rapper said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool. Tear it down. 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 Boost it on my cardio. I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down. 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 Everybody eating this a party one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the league, but you ain't hooping around and tear you out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk, cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of brines. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hail the king, make the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boost it on my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating this a party one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys. They met in back-to-back Super Bowls in the 90s, and they're together again. The Cowboys and Bills are underway. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Everybody 46. Everybody kill. And 47.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got some space here. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Allen. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 12, Allen. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air, Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Pollard again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
74 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Pollard. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll run with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your...
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On play action, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills get a bit closer. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here. A long way to go. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
4th down, Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. They'll run left with Pollard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need him right. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Run for Pollard. They find some open field here. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 181 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. On second down, it's Pollard. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Pollard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys.